Hello guys, today is the day I present my video assignment about the famous person which I have chosen, Tun Abdul Razak bin Datuk Hussein. My name is Rusalatul Asmira binti Rahman from a diploma in multimedia graphic design. First, Tun Haji Abdul Razak bin Datuk Hussein was a Malaysian politician who served as the second Prime Minister of Malaysia from September 1917 until his death in January 1976. He is referred to as the father of development, and Tun Abdul Razak was the Prime Minister responsible for establishing Barisan Nasional, a coalition of ruling political parties in Malaysia. He is also best known for launching the Malaysian New Economic Policy (MNEP). Abdul Razak born in Kampung Pulau Keladi, a village located at northwest of Pekan, Pahang on 11 March 1922. Abdul Razak is the first of two children to Yang Dihormat Orang Kaya Indra Shah Bandar 9, Datuk Hussein bin Muhammad Taib and Datin Hajah Teh Fatimah bin Daud, an aristocratic descent of Orang Kaya Indra Shah Bandar. Abdul Razak studied at the Malay College, Kuala Kangsar. After joining the Malay Administrative Service, he was awarded a scholarship to study at Raffles College in Singapore. He studies at the KSET with the onset of the Second World War. During the war, he helped organize the Wataniah resistance movement in Pahang. After World War II, Abdul Razak left for Britain to study law. He also received a law degree and qualified as a barrister at Lincoln in London. During his student days in England, Abdul Razak was a member of the British Labour Party and a prominent student leader of the Malay Association of Great Britain. He also formed the Malayan Forum. However, after his study was interrupted because of World War II, Abdul Razak returned to Kuantan, Pahang. He then meets his former college from the Malay Administrative Service, Yuk Mahidin, and expressed his interest to join the Malay Regiment. Mahidin, who also the founder of Askar Wataniah Pahang, recruited Abdul Razak into his new career forces. After finishing his training under Mahidin, Abdul Razak was instructed by Mahidin to join the Japanese Malayan Civil Service as an agent and informant. After finishing his Japanese military training, Abdul Razak, as an aristocrat and son of a respected Malay leader in Pahang, were posted to his home state, Pahang, as an assistant to district officer and at the same time as a bribe for the Japan to gain trust of local Pahang Malays. Using his privileges as an aristocrat, Abdul Razak starts making networking with Japanese imperial forces in the same time maintaining his connection with Mahidin. His role as an informant inside the Japanese administration is known only to a few of Wattaniyah members, including Mahidin. Because of this, Abdul Razak was labeled as a traitor by the rest of the Wattaniyah Pahang. At the first, the Malays were not fully trusted by the British to fight the Japanese because of the few incidents and better treatments by the Japanese administration towards the Malays of compared to other races. After gaining sufficient trust, the Askar Wattaniyah Pahang, which its 200 members was absorbed into the Special Operation Executive SOE and made the Force 136 Pahang. The Force 136 Pahang's missions always meet, which such as made the Japanese administration begin to suspect there is informants inside their administration. Force 136 Pahang quickly set up an extraction mission to recover their agent, Razak, who is unknown to many of its members. After he had been successfully extracted, Abdul Razak continued his work with Force 136 and was promoted to the rank of captain. Among notable missions, Abdul Razak was involved in the rescue of Sultan Abu Bakar of Pahang from MPAJA. However, at 1969, Abdul Razak was diagnosed with leukemia and kept it secret and died in office on 14 January 1976 while seeking medical treatment in London, and he was buried at the Tomb of the Heroes near the National Mosque, Kuala Lumpur. The conclusion, a person like Tun Haji Abdul Razak will always be remembered because of his service for our country. I also hope that we can emulate the nature and attitude of Tun Abdul Razak so that our country continues to be protected from evil forces and we can also live in a peace forever.